I whittled down my diet to the point where I only ate twice a day. A full stomach could make you lose your focus. The rest of the time, I just drank green tea. I searched the internet for ways of combating social conspiracies. Everybody's got different ideas. Some believe in talking out differences, throw a big lunch and get everybody vulnerable and launch a dialogue. I'm able to see the merit in that, but when you're all alone and have no political connections, an approach like that has a degree of zero effectiveness. A guy like me needs something more battle-charged. Those involved with Henry Faja's militia preferred to keep themselves tucked away behind barricade systems. They certainly didn't want the rabble to track in the dirt. I thought that maybe it was better for my objective that they had no clue about how I was planning to reverse their quest for insidious domination. I would shut them out with surprise attacks. My background provided me with nothing to lose. I had no diplomas to burn, no mortgage to default. Everything I owned was in my head, everything I had collected up to this point. The daily performance of this wonderful play was my single reward for working hard. It was my bowl of rainbow sherbet, my Tahitian getaway. There was a slight fear within me that this play would be sucked out of my mind by some sort of thieving invader. If possible, Henry Faja could find a way.
Act 2. Scene 1, another part of the island. Entering as Alonso, who is the king of Naples. You got Sebastian, who is the brother to Alonso. You got Antonio, who is the brother of Prospero, and Antonio is the present Duke of Milan. You got Gonzalo, who is a wise old counselor. And then you got Adrian and Francisco, who are a couple of lords, and then some others. Gonzalo: beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all, of joy. For our escape is much beyond our loss. Our hint of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife, the masters of some merchant, and the merchant have just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, I mean our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, weigh our sorrow with our comfort. Gonzalo: dolor comes to him indeed. You have spoken truer than you purposed. Sebastian: you have taken it wiselier than I meant you should. Gonzalo: therefore, my lord. Antonio: fie, what a spendthrift is he of his tongue. Adrian: though this island seemed to be desert. Sebastian: ha ha ha, so you're paid. Adrian: uninhabitable and almost inaccessible. Sebastian: yet. Adrian: yet. Antonio: he could not miss it. Adrian: it must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance. Antonio: temperance was a delicate wench. Sebastian: aye, and a subtle, as he most learnedly delivered. Adrian: the air breathes upon us here most sweetly. Sebastian: as if it had lungs and rotten ones. Antonio: or as it were perfumed by a fen. Gonzalo: here is everything advantageous to life. Antonio: true, save means to live. Sebastian: of that there's none, or little. Gonzalo: how lush and lusty the grass looks, how green. Antonio: the ground indeed is tawny. Sebastian: with an eye of green in it. Antonio: he misses not much. Sebastian: no, he doth but mistake the truth totally. Gonzalo: but the rarity of it is, which is indeed almost beyond credit. Sebastian: as many vouched rarities are. Gonzalo: I do well believe, your highness, and did it to minister occasion to these gentlemen, who are such sensible and nimble lungs that they always used to laugh at nothing. Antonio: 'twas you we laughed at. Gonzalo: who in this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still. Antonio: what a blow was there given. Sebastian: and it had not fallen flat long. Gonzalo: you are a gentleman of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of her sphere if she would continue it in 5 weeks without change. Antonio: I am more serious than my custom. You must be so too, if heed me. Which to do trebles thee o'er. Sebastian: well, I am standing water. Antonio: I'll teach you how to flow. Sebastian: do so, to ebb. Hereditary sloth instructs me. Antonio: oh, if you but knew how You the purpose cherish, while thus you mock it. How in stripping it you more invest it. Ebbing men indeed most often do so near the bottom run by their own fear or sloth. Now on to scene 2, which is another part of the island. Enter Caliban with a burden of wood, a noise of thunder heard. Caliban is a deformed slave. Caliban, all the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fins, flats, on prosper fall, and make him by inch meal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. But they'll nor pinch fright me with urchin shows, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way, unless he bid 'em. But for every trifle are they set upon me, sometimes like apes that mow and chatter at me, and after bite me, then like hedgehogs, which lie tumbling in my barefoot way, and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometimes am I all wound with adders, who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Enter Trinculo, he's a jester. Lo now, lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood and slowly I'll fall flat. Stefano, what's the matter? Have we devils here? Do you put tricks upon us with salvages and men of end? Ha! I have not scaped drowning to be afeard now of your 4 legs, for it hath been said, as proper a man as ever went on 4 legs cannot make him give grounds, and it shall be said so again while Stefano breathes at nostrils. Caliban, the spirit torments me. Oh, Stefano, this is some monster of the Isle of 4 Legs who hath got, as I take, an ague. Where the devil should Stefano? Stefano, doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I will leave him. I have no long spoon. Trinculo, Stefano, if thou least Stefano, touch me and speak to me. Gonzalo, that our garments being as they were drenched in the sea, hold notwithstanding their freshness and glosses, being rather new dyed than stained with salt water. Antonio, if but one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lies? Sebastian, aye, or very falsely pocket up his report. Gonzalo, methinks our garments are now as fresh as when we put them on first in Afric, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Claribel to the king of Tunis. Sebastian, 'twas a sweet marriage, and we prosper well in our return. Adrian, Tunis was never graced before with such a paragon to their queen. Gonzalo, not since widow Dido's time.